Hi guys, welcome back to my amazing kitchen. My name is Abba. In today's video, we are making some super delicious chicken light soup without using any fresh tomatoes. So come along and let's get right into the video. So for today's chicken light soup, I'll be using some broiler chicken and I'm only using the wings and the drumstick. In a large cooking pot, I'm going to go ahead and add all my chicken, which I have thoroughly cleaned. Next, I go ahead and add some diced onion and my salt. The salt is to taste, but at this stage you want to be generous so your chicken doesn't taste bland after your soup is cooked. For my aromatics, I'm adding some blended ginger, garlic, onion, and some herbs and spices, but you can check out my all-natural soup seasoning for how I made this paste. I also add some grains of selim and 1 star anise and transfer my pot onto my hob. I will allow the chicken to cook in its own juices for about 5 to 10 minutes. So whilst my chicken is cooking, I have here some carrots, 1 onion and 1 zucchini or 1 courgette. Garden eggs can be very difficult to find sometimes where I live, so courgette or zucchini always does the trick for me. So all I'm going to do is to chop up my carrot into smaller pieces just for faster cooking and transfer it into a pot. Next, I add my onion and then I'm going to go ahead and peel my zucchini. I peel my zucchini because I don't want the skin to discolor my soup, and sometimes I also find that the skin can make the soup slightly bitter. I go ahead and cut my zucchini into pieces, add it to my pot and add enough water and bring this to a rapid boil until the carrots and the zucchinis are soft. Meanwhile, I go back to check on my chicken, which is cooking very slowly and beautifully at this point. I'm going to give this a gentle stir to make sure that my ginger paste has coated my chicken very well. Next, I go ahead and add about 2 teaspoons of some tomato paste and stir this in as well. Finally, I rinse my bowl with some water, add it to my chicken, cover and allow this to cook slowly. Meanwhile, my zucchini, carrot and onion are cooked. As you can see, they are fork tender. So I'm going to take this off my stove, allow it to cool slightly and then blend it. So whilst I'm allowing my vegetables to cool down, I come back to check on my chicken, and at this point the chicken is well seasoned and well cooked. This would be the time to adjust your seasoning if necessary. So in my blender, I'm going to go ahead and add my vegetables and then also add 2 cans of plum tomatoes. But if you are using a plastic blender, you may have to wait for your vegetables to cool down before you blend it. I go ahead and rinse my can with some water, add it to my blender and mix everything together until well smooth. So now is the perfect time to add our blended vegetables to our chicken. In our house, we like our soup very light. That's why I am straining my vegetables, but you don't have to do that if you don't mind some texture in your soup. Most times when I post soup videos, people do comment on how light or watery in their opinion the soup looks, but it is just a personal preference. If you don't want your soup light, you can just reduce the amount of water you add. So once I'm done straining my blended vegetables, I'm going to go ahead and add some more water to my soup until I reach my desired consistency. I'm now going to allow the soup to come to a boil and then reduce my heat to medium and allow the soup to cook for about 20 to 30 minutes on low. So after about 20 to 30 minutes time, your soup should be done. But just before we turn off the heat, I'm going to add some scotch bonnet and some petite bell peppers. And finally, I go ahead and add some basil leaves to my soup, and this will make your soup fragrant instantly. Mostly people ask, when will I know my soup is done? You typically know your soup is done when all the foaminess has disappeared and oil has settled on top of your soup. And if you can tell, my chicken I'm using is very lean, so there is little to no oil on top of my soup. So at this point, our soup is cooked and ready to be served. You don't want to overcook your soup because you don't want your chicken to fall apart on you. Well, Sundays are typically for soups, so I served this soup with some potato fufu, and the recipe for this fufu is on this channel. Make sure to check it out. So until I come your way next time with another amazingly delicious recipe, thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you in my next video. Bye.